Let's call to order the Greenwood Parks Board for October the 10th, 8th, October the 8th. Thing on the agenda is approval of the September 10th meeting minutes. Have a copy. Any additions or corrections? Hearing none, I need a motion to approve.
I move to approve the
Second.
minutes.
Moved by Mr. Probst, seconded by Mr. Dietrich. All those in favor, Mr. Probst?
Aye.
Mr. Dietrich?
Aye.
I'm an aye also. Motion carries. Next on the agenda is the attorney's report. Terry's rates tonight.
First item on the consideration is a contract with Sexton for certain, replace certain mechanical equipment at the community center, $48,350.72.
So this is, one second. This is our third out of the 5 installations for complete RTU replacement at the community center. So this is for RTU 8 and 11. And we have already done Unit 2, Unit 3, and Unit 7, Unit 10. We will still have we'll still have 4 units to do after this round. So basically what we're trying to do for this proposal that you're being asked to approve is to get it under contract now, $48,350.72. So we can schedule it for early next year, which is going to be that money's going to be in our budget for next year as well. It's supposed to be in our 2025 budget. Trying to get the contract encumbered so we can get the schedule done, so we can get our place first thing next year.
Any other comments, questions for Rob? Hearing none, I need a motion to approve.
So moved. I'll second that.
And moved by Mr. Dietrich, seconded by Mr. Probst. All those in favor, Mr. Probst?
Aye.
Mr. Dietrich?
Aye.
I'm an aye also. Motion carries.
Next item is a use agreement with Trail Kelly from Senator Schools for a 1-mile run for 4th and 5th grade students at Freedom Park on October 10th.
It's a fundraiser. They used to do it. It would appear they used to do this at Sugar Grove, but they apparently put a solar farm on top of that, so no longer they do the fundraiser at Sugar Grove. They've reached out to us to see if they can do the fundraising 1-mile fun run at Freedom Park. Seem to have conflicts of concern with this. Freedom Park is a good video for this.
So the 4th and 5th grade girls and boys running a mile, is that it?
Yep.
Any other questions for Rob regarding this?
Sounds good to me.
That's all. I need a motion to approve.
So moved.
Second.
By Mr. Probst, seconded by Mr. Dietrich. All those in favor, Mr. Probst?
Aye.
Mr. Dietrich?
Aye.
I'm an aye also. Motion passes.
Next item is a emergency relocation site agreement with Greenwood Village South for a to use the field house as a site should they have to evacuate from that Greenwood Village South.
Not an uncommon practice typically as far as a medical facility or for a senior care facility. We are the same type of facility that Community South Hospital and Community Center is. You guys approved that probably 10 years ago. We're doing that one. Similar, this Greenwood Village reached out to us to see if they could put us on their list for the field house. So that's what this is about.
I would assume they probably used the school before.
Yeah, it's standard protocol SOP stuff. They just gotta have the facility. The water line breaks or bursts or something where they can't use the facility. They gotta be able to have a facility they can turn to. So happy to do it, or happy to suggest that for your consideration.
Sure. Sounds like a great idea. I'm all about safety. Any other questions for Rob regarding this? Hearing none, I need a motion to approve.
So moved.
I'll second that motion.
Moved by Mr. Dietrich, second by Mr. Probst. All those in favor, Mr. Probst?
Aye.
Mr. Dietrich?
Aye.
I'm an aye also. Motion passes.
Next item is the use agreement with Haley Hines from Park Pediatric Dentistry to use the Credit Park Shelter One for their annual dental office birthday party celebration.
This would normally be a rental. We've done these before, same company. I think they've done them last 3 or 4 years. It's a normal rental, but they bolt on a few extras, which kind of trigger your consideration. It's basically an appreciation kind of rental for all the patients that they have at the office, dental office, but they have airbrushing artists set up, balloon makers, digital photo makers, ice cream, snow cone vendor trucks as well set up. So.
And it sounds like fun.
Yeah, and it's an appreciation thing for the clients. They kind of have all this stuff set up. So they've done it for the last, 2 or 4 years now.
Good on them. Any other questions on Rob regarding this? Hearing none, I need a motion to approve.
So moved.
Second.
Been moved by Mr. Probst, seconded by Mr. Dietrich. All those in favor, Mr. Probst?
Aye.
Mr. Dietrich?
Aye.
I'm an aye also. Motion passes.
Next item is a use agreement again with Manpreet Singh. He is the field house on October 12th for a volleyball tournament.
It's trickled your guys' consideration because it falls kind of beyond the rental blocks that we normally have. The precedent was set last year. It's an all-day rental for the gymnasium for volleyball. It's a good renter, very loyal customer. There is no user fees baked on that. They just need to have the gymnasium for a volleyball tournament on that date stated. We will have the blue sports court available too for any drop-ins, and we will have the turf field still available. So it's just the gymnasium.
One of the things that caught my attention was it said attendance 35.
Yeah, I don't know.
There's 5 teams of volleyballs. That's
Yeah, I see that too. I think
far
that's maybe
exceeding 35.
a little bit of a misprint, I believe. So I know we had it last year. You got me at last year.
Yeah, it was an overwhelming amount for that space.
Yeah.
Not anywhere near.
They're willing to pay the full rental.
Yeah.
They don't have any issue with that. I just think they want that kind of exclusivity of having the courts for themselves.
Sure.
Yeah.
Any other questions for Rob on this matter? Hearing none, I need a motion to approve.
So moved.
Second.
Moved by Mr. Probst, second by Mr. Dietrich. All those in favor, Mr. Probst?
Aye.
Mr. Dietrich?
Aye.
I'm an aye also. Motion passes. Thank you, Terry. Next on the agenda is a resolution 24-08 user fees for the field rental at the sports park.
These are establishing rental fees for the sports park for the upcoming spring season of March through June. You should have received a narrative of what we've been proposing. I will walk you through a little bit of that, so if you guys have any questions, hopefully that will help. There is going to be 2 sessions blocks for the rental season. It'll be a session 1 and session 2 in 1 year. The first session will start March 3rd and go through to June 27th for 2025. Each team will be eligible for 20 practices per session, and then that's their cap. Okay. The reason why we've done that is one team would gladly monopolize the entire thing. So it's an equal opportunity. So not that one team can monopolize the entire facility. Practices will be from 5:30 to 7 p.m. For block 1, and then 7:15 to 8:45 for block 2. on the same day during the weekdays. And then there'll be a select weekend times that are available in early March, just because tournaments haven't started with GMB yet. There will be 90 minutes, obviously based off the time allocation, will be 90-minute practices. So that is the genesis of the rentals, for as far as time frame goes, and as far as the cap and the sessions. What we're going to do.
Cap, I mean the number of sessions,
Per a number of rental times one team can get. For the lack of a better term, we're going to call those sessions. And they're capped at 20 rentals per session.
Okay.
That makes sense?
kind of. So we're talking about practices.
Practices, yes.
Gotcha.
Rentals and practices are the same thing.
Yeah.
Where did the numbers come from? Did you, like Westfield?
So the rental rate came from market study. So it's a good number if it's right in the market of this area, $75 for an hour and a half. A lot of places are $75 for 2 hours. So that actually just fits well what we're trying to do. And we did the 2 sessions, the 2 block of times, 5:30 to 7, 7:15 to 8:45, just gives us a broader range of rental opportunities.
And that's the only fee that these teams are going to incur for their sessions.
Okay, so in order to roll out, we're expecting a high volume of calls once these get announced. So inclusive of that $75 will be basically a lottery fee, a lottery registration when teams have to enter to get considered for the pick. That starts November 1st and it goes till Sunday, November 10th. That lottery registration is $25. That'll be credited onto the rental rate once they're
Per team.
per team, correct.
And then you refund the ones that don't make the lottery.
Correct.
Okay, that's a great idea.
Yeah.
I feel like that's fair. It's not overcharging.
Correct.
Yeah.
I think that's it. I think it covered. If you guys have any questions regarding that, I'll be happy to answer those specifically.
Sounds good to me.
Okay.
Guys put some effort into that plan.
Any other questions for Rob regarding this? Hearing none, I need a motion to approve this.
So moved.
Second,
Been moved by Mr. Probst, seconded by Mr. Dietrich. All those in favor, Mr. Probst?
Aye.
Mr. Dietrich?
aye.
I'm an aye also. Motion passes. Greenwood Parks Foundation report.
Now you skipped.
2024.
You've got sub A 2024 Sports Park Tournament Field Rental Proposal.
Oh, I see that.
Probably should say promotion.
I see that.
Opposed.
So we're going to do the 2024 Sports Park Tournament Field Rental Proposal.
Okay, now that you've just approved the rates, the
Mhm.
rental rates, we would like to get your consideration on a promotion for the tournaments and to incentivize teams signing up for the tournaments and also teams signing up for practices. So again, you should have gotten that in your packets as well, but I'll go through with that. So if you guys have any questions, we can talk directly. From a city aspect, so what that means from a park standpoint, if a team contacts us and then wants to rent practices, as we just talked about, teams will receive a $100 credit towards a GMB baseball, fast pitch, softball tournament held at the Greenwood Sports Park for every 2 practice time slots booked through the Greenwood Parks and Recreation. Book 6 practice time slots, for example, and receive a $100 credit toward 3 tournaments. Credits can accumulate and be used toward a single tournament. Okay? Credits can't accumulate and be used towards a single tournament. But the credits can compound, okay? So based off of that formula, if you rent 2 practices and you get $100 credit, and you keep doing that, you can get $100. But that $100 compounded can't be used towards one tournament. They can use it towards multiple tournaments that GMB offers.
Okay.
So that's with renting from us, they get a tournament credit with GMB. Now, if they sign up for a tournament with GMB, register for a GMB baseball, fast pitch, turf, softball tournament at the Greenwood Sports Park and receive 2 90-minute practices at the sports park. Practices times are based on availability and are scheduled through the Greenwood Parks and Recreation. No limit. Register for 4 tournaments, for example, and receive 8 practice time slots. Credit only when paid full price for a tournament. Okay, so that works the other way. We have coordinated that, discussed that with the GMB representative, and they're on board as well with both situations.
So this takes some of the financial pressure off these families, doesn't it?
It does. It's more of an incentive for practice time. We have learned getting into this and onboarding sports park, we're getting a lot of phone calls. There's just not enough real estate out there for practices to get ready for tournaments. So that's how we're incentivizing or promoting our tournaments, and i.e. we're going to be benefiting by getting teams out there to practice on our facilities through rentals.
Any other questions for Rob on this matter?
It works the same way too, by the way, if I can expand on that a little bit more. If you sign up for multiple tournaments with GMB, that incentive will compound as well for practices. So if they sign up for multiple tournaments, that compounds and they'll be able to get multiple practices with us as well. Now, the singular team can't double dip. Okay, so what I mean is that team can't call Nick Schwab at 10 a.m. and get that promotion from the city to go towards GMB. And that same person can't call GMB at 2 p.m. and do it vice versa the other way around. It's going to be a communication between GMB and the city. We'll get that established. Any questions, concerns?
I love these ideas.
Yep.
It takes pressure off these families.
Yeah.
Sports are expensive.
Yep.
They are. And we're about taking care of families.
Yep. Absolutely.
Any other questions for Rob on this matter? Need a motion to approve.
So moved.
I'll second that motion.
Been moved by Mr. Dietrich, second by Mr. Probst. All those in favor, Mr. Probst?
Aye.
Mr. Dietrich?
Aye.
I'm an aye also. Now we can move to the Greenwood Parks Foundation report.
We're good for Ryan's home. I'm sorry. Ryan Holmes.
Huh?
Did you say Ryan Holmes?
I don't have that.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Any under Greenfield Parks Foundation?
Yeah, Fieldhouse sponsorship for Ryan Holmes.
I'm sorry. So, the monetary, the beneficiary of the Fieldhouse partnerships is the Greenwood Parks Foundation. However, for namesake, the foundation always likes to have park board approval on the companies that are going to be represented in the Fieldhouse. So with that said, the foundation would like the Parks Board consideration to have Ryan Holmes as a partner at the Greenwood Fieldhouse.
That includes advertising for them as well, their program.
Use advertising. It is for partnership.
Right.
How's that sponsorship? How do we see that sponsorship?
It'll be a dasher board on the main turf field, and the value of it is $1,500 for 1 year.
Any questions for Rob on this? Need a motion to approve this?
So moved.
Second.
Been moved by Mr. Probst, second by Mr. Dietrich. All those in favor, Mr. Probst?
Aye.
Mr. Dietrich?
Aye.
I'm an aye also. Controllers report.
Happy to answer any questions you may have. I don't think, Lance may have a conflict. He's actually at a conference. That's where he's at. He's at a conference right now.
Conference. Yep. Any questions for Rod on the finances? Moving on. Parks report.
I believe you've got a copy of my report in front of you. If you've got any questions, we're happy to answer them. Just what we're doing right now is just trying to play catch up from the monsoon season that hit. And they're doing a pretty good job of getting on top of it. We got the rest of the week and we should be right back on the schedule of getting everything mowed once a week.
Did we lose any trees?
We lost a few. More dead standing lumber than anything.
Yeah, it cleared my trees out at home. All the dead's gone. Any other questions for Jim? Trails?
No updates on trails.
Recreation report?
You have a copy of our report. Next Friday night, or Friday, we have our Monster Mash event at Craig Park, and then the week from Saturday, or 2 weeks from Saturday, we have our Halloween parade. I'll go right by your house.
Yay. That always excites me. I love parades. I'm too old for that, right? Any questions from Nick?
I can't wait for Taylor Swift.
2 weeks in a day from Saturday.
We all go. Thank you. Fieldhouse report.
You guys have a copy of my report. It's getting to be winter season and we've got a ton booked right now, but we've been doing a lot of different events. Like we just had Indy Chamber of Commerce, just a spotlight event. Fieldhouse hosted it. Really successful. So got main speaker. We have a new company, California Closets, who's doing employee appreciation training event at the Fieldhouse. Group of the library will be there doing an altar signing event this Sunday. There's all kinds of different things happening, but
Busy.
it's ramping up. Yeah, it's great.
Like it. Thank you, sir. Community center report.
You guys should have my report if you have any questions, just let me know. Yeah, starting to get ready for Christmas season. Big plan, and we know when to get it all done in that 1 week before. It's Christmas.
Questions for Sharon? Comments? Move on. Thank you, Sharon. Other business from the public? Any other business from this park board? All the claims have been signed. This meeting is adjourned.